Yeah.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
Drippy.
Shit.
Gotta,
Speaking of sauce, man, we got our own here. It's called Island Sauce Barbecue. They're based in Toronto, black owned.
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing. Tastes better even.
Yeah, I'm about to try that shit for sure.
100%. I'll get you guys a bottle. But yeah, these guys just a local startup. They're doing some big things in the community.
Support local businesses, guys.
100%, especially during the time right now.
And
So
black businesses.
exactly. But on that note, I know we're getting tired of the Diana sauce, guys. Come on.
Yeah, oh my god.
Still use Diana sauce?
Yo,
Come on,
Diana
guys,
sauce
level
is
up.
disrespectful a little bit. That's
Level
just pure
up.
sugar.
It's pure sugar? I didn't even look at the ingredients.
I don't know, but that tastes. It tastes like just
pure
sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah, it's not
It's
it.
like pure sugar.
It's
Level
not
up,
it.
guys.
It looks like
Nah,
some
this is-
seasoning in it.
It's just all
Some
natural.
love
too.
was put into that.
I'm dead.
This is all natural. Yeah, we good here, man. We good here.
Locally sourced, fam. How you mean?
Sure, come on, grown in Ontario.
I'm dead.
But yeah, on that note, man, get you guys one. We have it here for you. Shop at Whole Foods.
Don't
fucking
fucking
dead.
tell me you don't have Whole Foods in Brampton.
I know. I wish.
Damn.
You don't have a whole. Oh wait, they do.
We got it in
Stuff,
Saga.
oh, shit.
We got it in Saga.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one everyone knows too.
I know. It's a tough system. So, how you ladies doing?
Great.
It's good?
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the 18th for everyone listening, tuning in. I felt like today was been mad slow. Like,
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know,
I agree.
I can't. It's been one of those days where it's just like you don't feel like doing much. You know,
Yes.
so.
You realize how much the sun like affects you. You know what I mean? Like not having it around. Yeah, the sun is definitely like re-energizes me.
Yeah,
I love
100%. For everyone tuning in visually, I'm drinking some coffee right now. The Tim Hortons cup I had.
Yeah,
to get
that's
in,
what
you
it
know
is.
what I'm saying?
Shout out
Yeah.
Tim Hortons. We're Canadian.
Shout out Timmy's, man.
Mom,
Double
have you ever
double.
seen this?
Oh, this coffee. This is. I don't know what that is. Though.
We just put the
What does that
coffee in
say?
it.
Oh,
I don't know, but it's fire.
water.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
water.
okay,
Yeah,
sick,
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
Yeah. But I just wanted to bring you ladies on to talk about several things. One of them being Twitter. I feel like everyone has it. We all
Yeah.
have social medias. We're all on our phone with it, and
Yeah.
like, I got mixed feelings about it because you have people
You're
that
funny on Twitter though.
I tweet like once every week. What are you
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
about? It's funny.
Because there's always
But
something
every time
to
it's a
say
gem,
about-
you mean?
It's a gem. That's what you're saying.
It's not even that. It's just like he's easy to make fun of. Like he really just like.
That's crazy.
Oh, because of the shit he tweets. What
Yeah.
did you tweet? That like,
I don't
oh, you
know.
didn't like
These girls are easy to make fun of. I'm already offended.
you didn't like M&Ms and popcorn. Which
Oh
is-
no,
yeah,
that's
what's
filth.
wrong
No,
with
no.
you?
What do
You
you
like
mean?
M&Ms, bro? You like M&Ms and popcorn together?
Yeah, I can go on for
Sweet
sure.
and
Where does that
salty?
mix even come
Sweet
from?
and salty, my guy.
That's
Yeah, sweet
disgusting.
and salty. That's
That's
crazy.
foul.
You
Oh.
got
That's
a white
crazy.
girl's palate.
Miss, I know you're not
I'm
talking,
dead.
Miss. But nah,
I
like,
love Twitter though. Like I got my job from Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
helps
that's
out a
pretty
lot.
dope. Yeah, like literally someone retweeted my work onto my boss's timeline,
Mm,
and like she DM'd me, and like we went from there, and like
that's
I've
crazy.
Been, yeah, I've been at that studio for almost 2 years, so like it's been a big blessing to
What's
me.
your studio? Shout it out.
It's Beyond Ink. It's by Yorkdale. It's Lawrence West and Dufferin. So yeah, come check us out.
You guys need your tats, yeah? You know who to holla at, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy though, like how it can help with like jobs. Obviously with you, Dunia, you're in the fitness industry. Has Twitter ever helped with you in that sense, like to get clients or to spread your presence on that, or no?
Nah, I wouldn't say Twitter. I feel like Twitter is like the one social media platform that like I don't want anyone from work. I don't really let my clients follow me, nothing like that. Like,
Oh, it's personal.
yeah, because like I just let people like friends and just like people follow me who just want like a good laugh. Like I just tweet dumb shit, to be honest. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, 100%,
Okay,
obviously.
okay. Yeah, I just tweet dumb shit. So like it has nothing to do with like my brand or my business or anything like that. It's literally just like thoughts. So in terms of social media, like for business, it's more Instagram, I would say.
And it's funny how you said you tweeted dumb shit because there's people that do that, but there's also people that take every tweet to the T as serious as it can be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of the problems come from. You know, you have people that troll with every tweet they do, and then you have people that are like the sensitive police that are like, yo.
Yeah, and they eat that
That is
shit
just-
up.
yeah.
Like just ignore it.
Exactly. So just in general with Twitter, like what are your thoughts on it, man?
Well, personally, like I love Twitter. I think it's hilarious. I feel like there's a few things though. Like I feel like for example, like one thing that's gets tweeted so much is like, oh, all the girls in Toronto are so bitchy. Like girls just love to tweet that. Okay, for example, like.
But it's coming from women though.
Yeah, but it's just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? We're all friends on the timeline. We're all like, you guys are all in my DMs telling me how fucking pretty I am. Where are these girls that have shitty attitudes?
So hold on.
Women like to
Maybe I just don't know them. I don't know.
at each other. I will say that.
You said say that again?
Toronto women, for the most part, not everybody, but for the most part, I will say Toronto women are very like catty towards one another.
Catty. Describe what does catty mean for the people that don't know.
Personally, no. Like
I think
never
now
do.
that
I never do.
I think now that I'm older, it's not so much because I feel
Okay,
like
that's
most
fair.
of us are like growing out of
That's
it.
fair.
But
That's
I do
fair.
feel like a lot of, and it depends. Honestly, it really depends. What, like I don't know. It depends like what level you are in your life. You know what I mean?
Anyways, yeah, we were just talking a little bit about Twitter dating. We went over that. I'm honestly, dating is such a topic that gets repeated all the time.
100%.
And it gets so repetitive.
100%.
It's like, how many times are we going to talk about who pays on the first date?
Yeah. Oh my god.
The guy. What the fuck?
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
the
we're
period
not
end. That's
doing-
the end of it. I want to hear
Yeah,
the rest
like,
of it.
there's
If you
no-
disagree,
I'm not
don't
even
date
entertain
me.
that.
That's
I'm not
it.
There's
I'm
no.
not gonna entertain
Yeah,
that.
no.
But,
Sorry, broke boys.
Shut the hell up, man. Shut the hell up. But I just want to completely just switch the topic around.
Okay.
Dunia, people know you obviously a lot for fitness. Why are you smiling like that?
I don't know.
She's what else do they know you?
I was like, yeah.
What else do they know you for, Dunia?
People,
What else do they know you for?
yeah, no, people are knowing you a lot about for that. So it's like right now we're in a time where a lot of the gyms closed down. COVID's obviously has caused that shit. So I mean, how has that affected you, and how are you kind of responding to something like that?
Well, after the first like reopening, like we already talked about it last time, like we had like an influx of business. So I was kind of just like riding that momentum, keeping it going. Yeah, and this was like a very busy part of my life at this, like prior to the second closure. You know, and I was like hearing conversation here and there about, you know, like maybe gyms are going to close down again, but like a couple weeks went on where nothing happened. So I kind of thought we were past it. We were like safe, you know? And then literally within like 12 hours, they were like, yep, gyms are closed. And like, this is effective midnight. So
And figure it out.
They gave you
and
no
figure
time
it
to
out.
like adjust
Zero
to
time.
it.
Yeah,
So
zero
crazy.
time. So like,
that's madness.
it's actually like, and it's like a minimum of 28 days. So like, they're not even gonna like retract that at this point whatsoever. So it's like, I don't know how they really expected people to like kind of figure it out. Cause like, you know, obviously like people should have savings and blah, 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 all that. But like at the end of the day, like people still have bills to pay. People still have like, I understand we're in a pandemic. I understand like COVID, all of that, but like people still have bills to pay. So for them to like shut down such a large industry within 12 hours and like not
That's
even
crazy.
provide people with like financial assistance or
They're not giving you
anything
guys
like that.
nothing? Nothing.
I don't know. I don't know
type
what's
of
available at this point, but like
That's weird.
as far as I know, like CERB is finished, right?
I
So
think
like
so, yeah.
I have no idea. But
There's got to be something for you guys. There's no way.
I don't know, but like maybe for like people, but like in terms of like businesses, even after the first shutdown, like a lot of small businesses really struggled to like
So many
find
places
financial,
closed down.
yeah, so,
Even
like
big businesses.
exactly like a lot of businesses struggle to get like financial assistance or just to like pay their bills or whatever. But yeah, so like it's been super difficult. You know, I feel like the industry and like most industries during COVID have like done a really good job of like trying to pivot every time we hit like a curve, you know, but like people are starting to get frustrated. People are starting to get annoyed. You know, we're like 7 months in at this point.
Yeah.
We're going to another
7 months
lockdown.
already?
Yeah, man.
Pass by that
March.
quick.
May,
Damn.
April,
Right?
Yo, we're already halfway
June,
through October
July,
too.
August,
That's
September,
months.
Trust me,
October.
and like
That's
I
wild.
feel like at this point it's like when gyms are like the most necessary because you know, we're gonna obviously like talk about like the mental health aspect of it. Obviously like the financial aspect is what it is, but like the mental health aspect is so drastic.
Severely
and,
underrated
yeah,
too,
you know what I
so-
mean? Like even like any athletes would know, like you take away somebody's like sport, like that's their outlet, that's their passion, you know what I mean? Like that's their like that's their mental space, you know? And like I feel like a lot of people look at athletics or like look at the fitness industry purely like off of, you know, like the aesthetics component of fitness and just like looking a type of way or whatever, which is important in itself, or like even just like performance aspect, like physical performance aspect, but like nobody really takes in like the gym is a very big mental, you know, like space for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you're taking that away in a time where, you know, we're dealing with so much that's going on. And it's just so unnecessary.
I think with COVID too, my biggest fear isn't COVID itself, but it's the fact that it can cause so many mental issues with that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I feel like everybody's been on a roller coaster of some sort this year. You know?
Exactly. And pair that with seasonal depression too. Now that we're going into winter time,
exactly. We live in Canada. It's cold.
It's crazy, man. I know.
It's cold. I can already feel like the
seasonal
depression
short.
irking into my soul. You know, like. I wake up sometimes and I'm like not as happy as I was a couple weeks ago, you know, and like I'm a fairly like, I'm not a sad person, so like it's kind of weird for me, but I feel like it was just a very unnecessary thing to like group gyms in with like clubs and restaurants and stuff like that, because especially like
the private gyms.
Yeah, especially the private gyms, but also because they have like no evidence that any of these outbreaks have been coming from gyms, like not even corporate gyms.
Yeah. I've seen people argue that gyms were a space where people are like, they're sneezing, they're breathing, they're sweating on equipment. And then it's like, okay, the way I see it is like, if they're wiping it down and they're taking, precautionary measures to make sure everything's clean, I don't see an issue with that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that was kind of weird how they grouped it in. Meanwhile, I still see clubs open to this day. Downtown Toronto, it's weird as hell.
Still clubs open and everything.
It's weird.
Like, and at the end of the day, like, we are getting to a point where like the weather's changing, so people are just going to get sick. Like,
big facts.
It's bound to happen. You know what I mean?
This is the thing, though. You can't have a cold in today's climate.
You can't.
You can't. If you sneeze right now, I'd be like, podcast done. Podcast done.
No, bro. Like people.
I'm a smoker. I can't cough. You know what I mean? I'm like,
you know those ones?
People will literally like send you home for 2 weeks. Like you have to quarantine
if you have a cough,
if you cough or if you sneeze or whatever. And like, I get we're all trying to be like cautious and whatnot, but we need to draw the line somewhere, my guy.
If you really hated your job, though.
This is prime time to call in sick, guys.
I love
prime time to call in sick.
Yeah. They have no reason to bring you in. Are you kidding me? Oh, you have COVID. All right, stay home. Stay home. It's weird as hell. So, I just wanted to talk about that because I seen that this happened when, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it happened last Friday. So it's been like a week now.
How you been managing?
I've been chilling, to be honest. I've been like staying busy. I'm a little bit bored, I'm not gonna lie, but I also just like have ADD, so I can't sit still. So, my idea of bored and everyone else's idea of bored is whatever. Like I get bored every 20 minutes, but like it is what it is. At this point, I'm not like really. I'm just gonna take this time to kind of like not work, and just see what happens, because I'm so exhausted of like trying to like find new ways to do my job, like you know what I mean, like when I can just be doing my job. It's so annoying,
and the outdoor shit gets played out very quickly.
And I don't like being cold, so it's not happening.
So what if every gym is closed then? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the direction this is going in, though. I think we're going to be extended into like December, and then
easily.
100%, and like they've already extended it to the like York region, so like Durham's next, or Halton region, whatever's next, because whoever's living in like the Peel, Toronto regions right now is going to all these other regions to work out, because like we have time now, because we're all unemployed.
No facts.
Like,
I had a friend that had a membership, I think it was at LA Fitness, and they said that you're not allowed to go to any other locations besides your home one, which
some gyms are trying to like control it.
That's that's an idiot thing though. It makes no sense.
I mean, like, they're just trying to control it. Like, I don't know. This shit's fucked. Like, like, it's been a minute since anyone's gone through it. Like, 100 years ago was the last time this shit happened.
That's crazy.
So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's been handled pretty well. I do feel like closing the gyms is super shit. Yeah, for the most part. Like,
I think up until like this point, it's been handled relatively well. But honestly, guys, it's survival of the fittest.
Yeah. And like shutting everything down is just not realistic. Even when I see people on my timeline talking about it, I'm just like, you guys don't have bills to pay.
I think
you guys don't have fucking goals you need to achieve. Like, I guess you can't do that if you're dead. Like, I get that, but like, like I totally get it. But like, like that's life.
I'm worried about the economy.
The only thing guaranteed in life is death. And taxes. So
it is what it is.
You know?
You got some high ones in Brampton, don't you?
What?
You got some high taxes in Brampton, no?
Yeah, of course.
That insurance is different, eh?
Yeah. I mean, shout out my parents. I don't pay mine, but
I mean, I'm involved.
What do you mean you're involved? You pay insurance?
Yeah, I do.
My condolences.
$520.
Oh.
Holy smokes. Let me just take
Guys, if you live in Brampton, bro. If you live in Brampton, please, I pray, please, just learn to drive, man.
Yeah, people in Brampton can't drive. That's fucking crazy.
That's a disgusting
I think it's the highest in the country.
Tell me how I've had my car.
No, the world. You know it's the world, though.
Yeah, no, it's
I
the world
promise
still.
you, I kid you not.
It's North America, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's the world.
I don't know about the world.
I can stat check that right now, but I'm pretty sure it's the world.
Stat check it still. But
keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, like I've had my car for a year and a half, and that shit's been hit like 3 times.
Yeah.
Shout out Brampton. Just random fucking people.
In fucking Brampton.
A lie?
Fucking
like they're tired of me now.
Okay. I see here. Brampton has the high insurance premiums. This is the Brampton. I don't know how credible this source is. Brampton has the highest insurance premiums in Ontario. Okay.
We've been through that.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, of course.
That's disrespectful.
Even Ontario is kind of wild though. You got to be honest.
It's definitely at least North America.
I'd say North America.
Yeah, no, that's some high. 520, bro. That's crazy. 520 with a clean record.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty rude still.
Yeah, but you know.
I got a speeding ticket too, so it's gonna go up.
Oh my! What the hell are you doing, bro?
It was like fucking.
You had gun on.
It was on my way to train. You're a dumbass.
My dumbass.
You had gun on little baby on the aux, didn't you?
No, I was falling asleep.
Yeah, it depends on what you.
Oh, that's that was different.
It wasn't even like a police officer. It was one of those like cameras that they just installed.
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all are disrespectful.
Where was this?
Renfrew and Kipling.
Yeah, put us on. Put us on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right before Centennial Park.
Yo,
oh, them days.
Man,
we were working out outside.
Yeah,
that's tragic.
I mean, that's what we're doing now. So
it is what it is. But yeah, no, just going back to how COVID affected everything. I know it's affected you, but for you, how has it affected your industry?
Honestly, like it's the best thing that ever happened to my business. Like the influx of business has been crazy.
They didn't get shut down the second time.
Yeah, we didn't get shut down this time because we're in phase 2,
but
right? Like that's when we opened as well.
But I don't understand how that makes sense because
how we got
piercing. No, your job requires you to pierce skin.
But you're wearing a mask the whole time.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. And there's no.
So it's any environment where your mask is being removed.
Yeah, but like still, I am like I am very close to people, right? Like
you are for sure. But like
you have
over
to.
You like. So it's crazy, but it's been really good. Like business has been so steady, so steady. Like booming. I'm very blessed. Yeah. Like
has it been better now than it was before, or is it kind of
like before, like right
before
when
COVID?
No, it's way better now.
It's way.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
Oh my god, I'm making like 4 times what I was making before.
You're probably one of the few industries that actually have excelled during this time.
Yeah. You know? Like I mean, like I did work really hard on my social media presence. Even talking about Twitter, like I've tattooed a lot of people on the timeline. A lot.
Yeah,
a lot. You know, so. Like I don't know, it's been really good, really good. Like I'm very blessed. I hope we don't get shut down again.
That's what's up. So what would you say? I know how you don't mean that shit. I'm trying to fake it. Stop this, man. What would you say has been like? I'll ask both of you. What has been your biggest challenges personally with COVID?
Mental health.
Yeah,
mental
100%,
health.
100%. I've been through all the roller coasters. I'm so like, I have no idea. Like I feel like I got so emotional during this period because I was just like I had time to process.
Since like March?
Yeah, like because like when we were first shut down, like we were in quarantine for a good 2-3 months before anything like any action kind of happened. You know what I mean? So like
April
you have
was
a lot
sad,
of time,
bro. April was
you have a lot of time to just like
April was a hard.
You have a lot of time to just like think about things that like you pushed aside for so long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I found myself doing that a lot. And just like this consistent, like I'm a very very routine person. So like the inconsistency of this year has like it's really been fucking with my mental. 100%. Because I'm the type of person like I like planning, and you can't plan anything in this time. This time, you know.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I wrote a blog. I know I did, right?
I love that for you. Get it out.
So I wrote a blog like in April. And this is the time where like we were like I think it was stage 1. Like I was hearing talks about like they're pulling out military.
That was a scary time.
You know
so much has happened.
You need a paper when you're out in case they pull you over.
Exactly. So that I wrote like a think piece during that time, and I'm like it forced us to what you're saying to like reevaluate our lives. But I think the benefit of what this all has done was I think before this, we've all been caught up in this rat race. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We got to do A, then we got to do B, then we got to do C to succeed or do what we want to do. So I think once COVID has stopped all that, although it may be depressing because we're not in a pattern, we can't organize and schedule things, it allowed us to like kind of sit back.
I feel like a lot of people found themselves this year,
100%.
or like got like one step closer kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
silver lining,
but no one can tell me that they're mentally okay right now. Nobody. I will not accept that because there's no possible way.
You don't think so?
No, man. We've taken like so
like
much
deal with
this
all
year.
this shit. Yeah,
Like
it's been a tough year.
consciously and subconsciously, we've taken in so much this year. There's no way that you can tell me that you're 100% mentally okay. There's no way.
Like everyone has something to deal with. You think?
Yeah. What
I
the
think,
hell?
yeah.
We're in the
That's
middle
fair.
of a
I think-
pandemic. Like what? We're in the middle of a revolution. Donald Trump's about to win again. Like
I think if
come
it's
on
not
now.
if you're okay mentally, it's definitely someone that you're close to that's dealing with something.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like everyone's dealing with
You know what I'm
something
saying?
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
But some more than others.
Some more than others, that's it.
I think some people are just better at
Masking it?
processing their
processing.
just like processing their feelings.
But
Yeah.
you're saying everyone went through it regardless.
100%.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah. I
That's
feel like
fair.
everybody, like to some degree, like went through something, like
Yeah.
went through
Yeah.
it mentally this year, because like this year was just so like
The switch was
challenging
like it was
for
crazy.
everybody. Yeah, like the switch was like this.
It's gonna be
like,
one of
you
those
know,
stories
Yo.
you tell your kids, like,
Oh,
yo,
for sure. And
2020, man,
they're not gonna
like,
give a shit about
wash your
gang.
damn
Yeah.
hands. They're
Oh,
gonna
no.
be
alright,
messing with
Mom.
robots and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Yeah,
You
no.
heard this one before. Yeah.
no.
But you know the beauty in all this though, just kind of relaying it back to like social media and Twitter. It's like that has allowed us to like share our pain
Oh, 100%.
100%.
100%.
and
Twitter
make a
got me through
joke
this.
out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Tweet through the
dude,
pain.
exactly,
Tweet
100%.
through the
Like,
pain. I'm
Yeah,
dead.
it's a little
Yo,
tweeted
it's
me.
crazy how much social media, like, as much as we can talk about like the negative aspects of it, like it's crazy how much of an influence it has on people's lives. Like the way it literally like started a revolution. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, even before this, yeah, like in
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like countless times, and like, yeah, it's just like it's insane. It's insane.
What revolution are you talking about?
I'm talking about like, I wouldn't even like really say it's a revolution, but like the way that like because of COVID, we were forced to focus on like the Black Lives Matter movement so much more this time around. Like,
And if it wasn't for social media, like would
It
that
wouldn't have
video
spread like
even
that.
have been able to circulate
exactly,
the way
you know
it
what
was?
I mean? And like
would we have
people
been
always
exposed
talk
to
about that.
everything?
Like for every one video that's taken, there's
Countless
hundreds
others
that aren't.
hasn't.
You know what I mean? So it's like to have the ability to like document something like that, and like granted, our things are, you know, not progressing the way that we necessarily want them to, but like, you know, baby steps. As like, you know, sad as it is, like baby steps, and social media is making it like a lot easier for us to get to where we need to be, you know.
There's beauty and there's also struggle. There's some drawbacks to it. I think another example I was studying it in class was like the Arab Springs, which is another good example of like how social media, which is Facebook at the time, like exposed some shit that was going on that wouldn't have ever happened.
That would have never happened,
So-
and that would have like that again started a revolution.
Exactly,
So
started a revolution. But I don't know. Have you seen the Social Dilemma?
I haven't.
Yeah,
I have.
You heard of it? Oh,
I have.
you heard?
I watched it, yeah.
What do you thought?
So that's the one where they like try to
Dissect
expose.
social media.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like
They
you
didn't
guys
tell
are-
you anything that you didn't already
I was
know.
gonna say, like, people are like, "Yo, you guys gotta see it." I'm like,
Right.
But
bro, you
but
didn't
I
notice
think it like legitimized a lot of the information that we like
True.
didn't, you know, we knew but we didn't know kind of thing, and like
We knew it, but we didn't want to believe it.
exactly,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
like to know that they built an entire industry just based on like brainwashing human beings through the
100%.
internet is ridiculous.
Fam,
like
the way these things are set up is
and
an
the way-
addiction.
100%, and like the way
Instant
that
satisfaction.
even the
Bad,
even
man.
the
Eat it
people
up.
even the people that like created the apps and stuff like that were saying like we don't give our kids access to this, but it's
Yeah.
like you're giving everybody else's kids access to it,
Some
just not
kind of
yours,
love.
because you have that one up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, like it didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. It was just like wild to watch it in front of you.
Yeah,
You know
watching
what I
people
mean?
acknowledge it.
Yeah, to watch it in front of you.
It's kind of crazy how you see, you know, the thing that stood out to me was like the notifications about like, remember they had those two guys behind like the in like the laboratory or whatever behind the scenes. They're like, oh, he's not by his phone, send him a notification.
Yeah.
So like there'd be times where I'm driving or whatnot, and I'll have some shit randomly pop up.
And you
Yeah.
pick it
You know
up.
what I'm saying? You pick it up, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? You know? So
Now you're distracted.
I'm distracted. You know, it is what it is. But that whole documentary, it just kind of outlined how the drawbacks behind social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And although it can do some good, there's some bad to it too.
That's everything. Absolutely everything.
That is with everything,
So,
I guess. Yeah. But
I just feel like the access, like because children can access social media, I feel like that's where the issue comes in, right? Like
my
at what point should
cousins
you have
have-
access to it? Because the younger you are, the more like influenced you can be,
Yeah, like
right?
my cousins have. Yo, my
Like 12-year-olds don't need to be on
was-
fucking
was
Instagram or
showing me a
Twitter.
You don't think
picture
so?
of- no,
yeah,
they do.
I don't. No, I'm saying that I don't think they should. She's saying she
Oh,
doesn't.
yeah.
No, they shouldn't be.
Yeah, but like
Too many
Jocelyn was
predators,
literally
all that
showing me a
creepy
picture
shit.
of a girl on Instagram the other day that could have easily been mistaken for like 25, 26 years old, and she was like, yo, this girl's 14.
See,
Like,
that's
what?
that. Oh my
That
god.
is
Yeah, but then it's like, okay,
outlandish.
like when, at what point, like is
That's
that
just
not a
parenting,
parenting?
though.
Yeah,
that's
like
just
that's parenting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like I seen something on Twitter the other day where it was a 15-year-old girl and she looked like she was 25.
yeah, like
And like you have people comment like, "Oh, she's living her life, like let her be."
No,
But then you
man.
have other
Listen,
people.
you're
I'm like,
teaching
yo,
girls the wrong things.
100%. And I think, yo, I seen a
it's all about how you
stat.
present yourself.
It's how you present yourself. I seen
Yeah.
a stat with like how suicides within, I think it was like young women have
They talked about
increased
that
drastically.
on the social dilemma too.
Have increased
Yeah.
drastically because they're often comparing themselves to like
Yeah,
these
right. It's like, okay, why
models
does
and-
this 15-year-old look like she's 25? Because
doesn't
from the
make
time
sense.
when
Why
she
is,
was
like,
like 10,
yeah.
11.
It doesn't
she's
make
on
sense.
My
Instagram.
15-year-old cousin dieting and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
because she's on Instagram, she's
bro.
looking at these girls that like are fucking size 0, seeing, oh, she does.
no.
She
It's Coke
works
bottles
out
now.
and
It's Coke bottles now.
whatever it is. You know what I mean? They're convincing themselves that they need
Basically.
to look like that, and like, it's fucking crazy.
So what were you
That's
what
crazy.
were you doing at 15?
I was doing that. Literally
At
that.
15, bro, I was a fucking loser at 15.
I was obsessed
I wasn't
with
doing
I was
shit.
obsessed with my body and
Really?
and yeah, I was
You're
obsessed with
you're
my
like-
body
I
and
was just
watching
smoking weed.
yeah, and I was watching girls.
You were smoking weed at 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yo, it's been
you
10
started
years since I've been
early.
smoking weed.
Yeah.
10 fucking years.
Damn.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Girl said
Anniversary.
yikes. Girl said-
No, that's true.
Yikes.
I have
Girl said
iron lungs.
yikes,
What do you
that's
mean?
crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah, keep going. What you saying?
But yeah, I was just saying like I'm doing the exact same thing that they're doing, except before fucking like 2006 was skinny people. We were all trying to be skinny. Remember the thigh gap phase?
I
Okay,
Well, I guess
yeah,
that
a little
wouldn't apply
bit.
to you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I went
you
through
know what I
that.
mean?
I went through
Yeah,
that. I went through that.
100%.
Trying to
And now
stand
it's just
fucking
like-
funny, trying to have a fucking
Yeah,
thigh
and now it's
gap.
just
Jesus
like
Christ.
girls trying to look like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Same difference.
I think what year would you say this started? You said 2000.
Oh, I have no idea, but like,
What this Coke
I feel
bottle
like-
shit? Like 2014.
I don't know. I would just say like the Instagram.
oh, I don't know. That had nothing to do with
Insecurity.
Instagram. That was like Tumblr.
Yo,
days.
Maybe
Instagram
social
like
media
that was like
insecurity.
2016. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
like 2016 is when like Instagram
Instagram blew
baddies
up.
and shit. That's like
2016. I'd say
yeah.
like 2014.
2014.
so?
Yeah.
I didn't have
Maybe. I feel like I
Instagram.
wasn't heavy on
You didn't have
Instagram.
Instagram
until-
2014?
I know.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
a late
I definitely
bloomer.
did. I lied.
Damn.
That was first year of
Nice.
university. I definitely
What
did.
the hell were you doing in 2014 then?
I think that's the year I got it.
Oh, what'd you have before that?
Nothing.
Facebook.
You had nothing. You had Facebook.
I had Facebook.
Are you my mom? I said you had Facebook 2014. What are you doing?
I
here?
definitely had Facebook in
I had
2014.
Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think
I had
Facebook.
Facebook. I think
Facebook
I
was
had
like the
Twitter.
first. Actually, no, I lied.
I might have had Twitter.
You might have Twitter.
I think so.
Yeah, I did. I had Twitter for a little
I
bit.
had Twitter.
Just
You weren't born here though,
substitute
right?
the guys.
So you don't know about like T.Wire, Vibe.to.
No.
You don't know about those either. Eh?
No, you were talking
My
about
brother
them-
was on that shit.
Oh,
You
so
were
man.
talking
like,
about
I
them
wasn't, but-
on another episode, and I was like, "What the hell is he talking
Yo,
about?"
this is like the throwback of like
No, I don't know what
Toronto.
that is.
This is like
I'm an
it's-
immigrant still.
it's you're Canada. This is like Tinder before Tinder.
What?
Yeah,
And it's just for Toronto.
just for Toronto. Well,
I don't know. I didn't date
GTA.
till I was 18.
That's
so.
pretty crazy.
You didn't date till you were 18.
Yeah. I was 18.
How old? What grade is that? That's not even
No,
grade. That's
yeah, it was
college.
university.
For
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Oh my
Is that
gosh.
crazy? Actually, is this too vulgar to say on here?
Just the.
I'm trying to think.
Just
But
the-
like, I got ate out by a girl before I got kissed. Isn't that fucking crazy?
yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
that's lit.
You said that's lit?
That is pretty lit.
Yeah, it was just like it
That's
happened out of the
crazy.
blue.
That's
Yeah.
Yo.
lit still.
But yeah,
That's what's
crazy,
going
right?
on. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Where was it?
She
She
just
from
went
Brampton?
for it.
Where's she from?
She was like from some small town. It was in university. It was like the first week, and like we were
Nice.
drinking, and like at one point
Nice.
she brought up porn.
How'd
and
you
like I was
skip a
very
base?
naive.
A lot.
Huh?
How'd you go straight to second?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. So
Is that second? I don't
yeah,
even
so
know.
we were
That's-
drinking whatever. She brought up porn at one point, and I had never been with anybody. I never kissed anybody, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I've never really watched porn. Anything I've seen, like I was like, maybe I watched like 2 girls kiss or whatever, because that's what I was comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, oh, I have a man, whatever, and she said she watched it too. And then that was the end of that. Then like I was gonna go back down to my floor because we lived in the same building, but she was like, no, like you can just sleep here, you're drunk. And I was like, drunk? And I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna get in her bed, and she's like, I was wearing shorts. She's like, you should take those off, like, you know, you're gonna be uncomfortable.
Yo, women have zero game.
And I
I
was just like,
swear to God, you
Yeah.
have
I
no
was like,
game.
oh, okay,
You have game?
cool.
Come on, man. We're not talking
Andre,
about
you
me.
don't have
Please.
game,
I'm
so-
Are you
fucking
stupid?
dead. I'm
I don't have to prove myself to no one. But
Yeah,
anyways,
and then
keep
we got
going.
in bed,
Anyways.
and she just like flipped on top of me. She was, I swear I'm not a lesbian. And I was like, okay. She just pulled my panties down and like went at it for a little bit, but like I think she like caught the because I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so she stopped, and then she like got up and she like went to sleep, and as soon as she fell asleep, I got up and I left, and then we never spoke again.
Nice. Shout out to that girl.
Shout out to her.
Yeah,
whoever that girl is.
Yeah, she was cute. She was a cute little girl. Yeah, that's for sure. All my friends dapped me up for it.
Laurier.
Yeah, she gave you the intro. Oh, Laurier. Yeah, you went to Laurier too,
Shout
right?
out Laurier.
Damn, that's crazy.
Laurier.
Good times.
Some demon time you guys are on out there, man.
Whoa.
Shit.
I'm not
Before demon time was demon time.
I'm not involved.
No Dunia.
I don't know who that girl was. It
the
wasn't Harmon.
podcast right now. That's
I was
funny
a holy
though,
woman. No, I was not.
Okay, all right.
It is what
Anyways,
it is. It is what it is.
That's a whole different lifetime ago.
Yeah, that was a lifetime ago.
It was.
That's crazy. I graduated like almost 4 years ago.
I want to kind of relay back to like both your guys' industries. Like, what got you guys into that in the first place? Because you guys both went to Laurier. I'm guessing you can't study tattooing, or can you?
No.
And you,
No.
but you can study kinese to get
But
into fitness.
I was in a journalism program when I was at Laurier.
Wow.
Yeah. So big switch up. But when I like first met Harmon, I was doing journalism. But yeah, so like I was always like an athlete growing up. I swam for Team Canada. Like
You swam for Team Canada?
Yeah. Oh shit.
How's she gonna just slip that under that?
Yeah, right. Hold on.
So,
like, subtle flex. Okay.
Yeah, like I was always an athlete growing up. Like, and when I was at Laurier, like I would always work out at the gym, obviously. So like. We all went to the same gym. Everybody would always see me working out. Slowly, like people would just start asking me like,
how do you build that booty?
Yeah, like how do you do this? How do you do that? Blah blah blah. So one of the trainers at the time actually like convinced me. He was like, yeah, just like take your tests and like just kind of see what happens. And like I was still in my arts program. That was the same year that I like transferred to downtown, and then I was just kind of like chilling.
You worked at a downtown gym, right, at that time?
Yeah. Okay. So like I got hired just like randomly at a Good Life downtown, and then from there I kind of just like escalated, I guess, because I met a lot of cool people. The location that I specifically worked at was like right across the street from where the Argos practiced. So like a lot of the athletes would come work out there, and like it was a very posh area, so like a lot of like Toronto stars and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So you just met a lot of cool people, and then it kind of just escalated from there.
That's like the perfect area for your type of business.
100%. I didn't like it at the time just because like, you know, bougie people are kind of annoying, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
I'm gonna be bougie my whole life.
Shit, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Wow.
I'll wear that with a crown. Yeah, I'm bougie.
We take her in
So a guy can't take you to Five Guys on the first date?
No, of course. Like, I'm not a bitch, but like,
I'm not a bitch.
You know what I mean? Pay for it.
Yeah, pay for it. Okay, yeah. Let's not around that topic. How did you get into tattooing?
So I was always an artist, like my whole life, but my parents really wanted me to be a doctor, which is why I was at Laurier, where I got my bachelor in science. Yeah, I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, bro, this girl would always talk about,
that's
like
hard.
we would study together, and she would always be like, yeah, like I really hate this program,
bro,
and I just don't want to be doing this. I hate being here, blah blah blah. Like I just want to be an artist, but you know, brown parents.
Yeah. You know, my whole life I was. We
had those conversations so many times. Yeah. And now look at you.
Yeah,
crazy.
And like, I got my first tattoo when I was 18. After like I went through something kind of traumatic, and then like so when I got my tattoo, like it was like very important to me, and the experience was really great, and I left that place and I was like, yo, like this is really what I want to do. And then so like I finished school, everything, and then like she said, like with my parents, like I had like a lot of issues when I brought it to them that this is what I wanted to do, and like it was kind of just like I was never gonna get their blessing. I was either just gonna do it or not do it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I found myself an apprenticeship. I went and bought my machine. I tatted a friend after like I figured some shit out, and then I started tattooing. Like I was tattooing for free for a couple weeks. Then I started charging people on the low, and then someone retweeted my work onto my boss's timeline, and she hired me, and then I was in a shop.
That's all
and
she
like,
wrote.
Yo, I've been there ever since. And I'm telling you, like at the time, like when I decided, this was 2 years after I graduated, literally 2 years. I was 23 when I started, you know? People start tattooing when they're fucking like 18, 17. Like, you know, I was 23. I was scared for 2 years. That's literally the only thing that stopped me. Fear. That's it. You know, I was scared of failing. I was scared of what people were going to say. I was scared of not being able to make enough money. I was afraid I was going to be fucking shitty, like, out doing it. Like, you know what I mean? I was just scared. Like, at the end of it, That's all I was. And like, when I quit my job, because my manager at the time, she was like, yo, you're not fucking happy. Everyone can tell that you're not happy. You need to do something, right? Like, just take some time off. You want to come back, I'll rehire you. You know, it was just a retail job. And I was like, hey, fuck it. You know, you're right. I quit, and I threw everything. I put $2,000 into buying my supplies and that machine, everything. And like, it was a terrifying moment, right? Like, I mean, like, financially, like, I got a place to live. I got a car. I don't need to worry about those things. But like, once I decide to do tattooing, my parents are not going to support me anymore. Yeah. So it was scary, but like, once I like jumped into it, the universe presented me with every opportunity. Like, anytime that I thought like I wanted to quit, like something like new popped up, you know, like I had like a agent reach out to me to put me in an art show, or I had like a podcast that wanted me to like talk about my experience, or a radio show that wanted me to tattoo like a host on it. Like, you know, like so many signs were just like, this is for you. And I believe like if something is for you, the universe is going to show you the way. It's going to align you in that. Yeah. And I
it's like crazy. We were talking about this before, but it's like your parents obviously have this goal for you. You know what I'm saying? And obviously if you try to pursue what they want you to do, you're going to end up hating yourself. Or like you just did yourself, you can pursue what you want to do, and your parents might end up not liking what you want to do. Yeah,
but they have to accept it.
They have to accept it, but it's like, would you rather hate your parents for doing what they want to do, or would you rather do what you want to do and just accept the outcome of that?
And to be honest, like, some people are okay with that. Like, I have family members, like, you know, like cousins and whatever, that are okay with sacrificing their own happiness to make their parents happy, and that's cool. Great. Tough, personally, I can't do it. That's you know tough. What I mean?
You do that? To some degree, you don't think that you
to sacrifice my happiness for my parents? No, I can't. To some
degree.
Sorry.
What degree would you? You know, I'm trying to say, what degree would that be?
I feel like everyone does that to some degree. Like we sacrifice a little bit of ourselves.
A little bit, but I'm saying at the end of the day, like the big things. You know what I mean? Like, for example, who I marry.
Yeah.
When I have kids, you know, when I move out, like things like that. Like you guys, like, but I have a lot of family that is okay with having those decisions made for them. Yeah. And I'm just not that person, and I can't be that person. I'm not being true to myself. You know what I mean?
That's the biggest thing too. That's the biggest thing.
And it's like, yo, if I'm gonna open doorways for other people, you know, I had a conversation with one of my younger cousins. He's like 15, and he's like, yo, I respect you so much for doing what you want to do. Like, I think I'm gonna go into, like, you know, he wants to go into cars, and he's like, I think I'm gonna do it. You know, like, I think I'm gonna like fuck what everyone says. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And like, yo, if that means that, like, if me going through my shit means that I can make it easier for other brown kids, other brown women, like, to, like, easier for them to get to this point, like, I would do it 100 times. Like, you know, my journey has made me who I am. It's given me all of my opportunities.
I feel that.
It's interesting now because we're in a time, like, our parents' jobs, the fields that they worked in, it's not going to be like how
it's so different, bro. You can make money in anything,
any field, and it's crazy because art is a field that is actually, you're seeing that return coming back now. But, you know, rewind 10 years ago, parents would have looked at these jobs as like, the hell are you doing?
People still do that, though.
I think people still do that, but it's like
it's a little bit less.
It's a little bit less, but eventually they're gonna have to open their eyes to this stuff.
They have to. They have to.
Like, you see now with COVID, like, a lot of big businesses are closing down the typical 9-to-5 jobs that
they're not
in the office.
I
wouldn't say they're not it, but they're just declining.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So and it's crazy because, like, Nipsey, it's crazy. It's crazy, but like, yo, just to freaking, I listen to Nipsey all the time, and like he literally foreshadowed everything that's happening right now. He said these major corporations are closing down. A lot of this shit's gonna, you know, and creatives and content creation is gonna be the new wave.
100%, I agree.
You know, and
in due time.
You guys are both, in a sense, content creators.
100%.
You know, so
and you're your own boss.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, I only get out what I put in. You know what I mean?
That's facts. That's absolutely facts.
That's with everything. Yeah.
Like, I really work my ass off. Nobody can tell me shit about that.
Yeah.
I feel that same.
And like, no one can take that away from you.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No one can take that away from you.
I love surrounding myself with boss women.
Yeah, that's why you guys are friends.
Yeah, 100%. People in my circle that like that aren't on the same level, I will try to do everything in my power to get you there. Yeah. But eventually,
I feel like we as women also just like undermine ourselves a lot. Like, I do it a lot.
100%.
With like what you, like, with like your business and stuff, or
just in general, like, I undermine myself constantly. Like, if I meet somebody new, like, I'll, you know, like, I just like don't hype myself up as much
Yeah,
as I
but you have
as much
to.
as I should.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
have to,
mean?
'cause
Like,
no one's gonna put you on except for you.
that's facts. And like I hype other women up, and I hype other like men,
Yeah.
just people in general. Like
Whoa.
I hype
You hype man?
I hype men up.
Shut
Not
the
you.
hell up.
Yeah, when? When's that?
Not you.
Hold on, don't laugh for the, don't cap for the podcast now. What's
Not
wrong with
you,
doing that,
Andre,
yo?
but other men.
The hell's wrong with this girl, yo?
Anyways.
Yo,
But
don't
yeah,
piss
like,
me
I
off,
feel like,
man.
I feel like we undermine ourselves a lot. So like being surrounded by women that are kind of like similar to you, not even just like, you don't have to be in the same industry, but just like on the same wave. Like
Yeah.
it's very helpful. It's very helpful.
So what are your thoughts on like? I've had this conversation with some friends, and it's like you are who you surround yourself with. You're the average of like your 5 people you
agree.
surround yourself with.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I
Wow.
disagree. I'll only say that because
Yeah, you go first. I want to hear you.
I have a
second.
very diverse group of friends, and only
Okay.
because of where I grew up, but also because of like how many jobs I've had, like, or how many like fields I've like kind of like dipped into. So like I made a lot of like good friends in each sort of like chapter of my life, you know what I mean? And like somehow like we kind of all meld together, but some of them are maybe not as on the wave as I am. Like, you know, maybe some of them are a little bit more lost than others, but like
you feel like that affects your friendship at all?
I don't think so, because I don't personally give a fuck.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what I mean? Like I'm very independent, so it's like for me, as much as like it definitely is helpful to have people that are like motivating you around you, but like it also doesn't really bring me down, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I'm very good at distancing myself when I feel like that's becoming an issue. Like I'll just distance myself for like a couple months, and then like, you know, kind of like come back, because whatever, it is what it is. But yeah.
No, I would say definitely. Like, I think maybe like I've seen the way that like my father's very successful, and I've seen the way that who he's been around has definitely influenced like who he's done business with, what he's been able to accomplish, like where his focus is. And like, you know, if you're around the wrong people, like you can easily get influenced. You have to be strong-headed, 100%. But even like, you know, like having somebody in your circle of friends that's like going through it, like you know, like I'm always there to help and whatever, but like if you don't want to help, like, you know what I mean, like if you're not gonna help yourself, like I can't do nothing, and I have to like separate myself from that, you know, because I only like I feel like maybe it's a little bit selfish, I don't know, but I want my life to be the best that it can be at all times, you know what I mean? So I want to surround myself with people who also want that for themselves. And like if you don't want that for yourself, and like, you know, you're not doing anything to get there, like for example, like I don't know how long you've been talking about doing this, but I have a friend who's like talking about doing a podcast for like 3-4 years, but like has never gotten into it. Like I don't want to fucking hear it no more, you know, like either do it or don't do it.
There's only so much advice you can get to
you know, like how many times am I gonna sit here and be like, oh, you know, you can do it.
We've all had that friend that asks you for relationship advice, you give it to them and they don't listen to you, you know. So it's kind of like the same thing. I had a friend, he has this segment, it's called Pack Talks, and he talked about this, where it's like he compares certain friend groups as junk food, where you don't want to have them a lot, but you kind of dabble in them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair.
You know, but the friend groups that you want to hang out with, that's your freshie. That's your whole
always
food.
You know? It's always the same people.
Yeah, and I also just feel like
people.
the people on my same mindset, like they understand my lifestyle. So you know what I mean? It's not an issue. Like it's like they understand, okay, I'm only going to see you once every 2 weeks, and it's going to be for an hour, because like I work every single day. You know, I'm at the studio.
We're
like
adults.
You know, we're adults, but like
adults,
it's like not everybody understands that.
But I'm needy, so I can't even say shit.
Oh really? I'm not at
I'm
all.
super needy.
I'm not.
With you talking about with friends or
in general?
Like you
just like I love attention.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like, are you gonna get offended if you're like, yo, you want to ball up?
Oh no!
I'm
not gonna get offended, but like I want attention.
You gotta feel the way though.
But I want attention.
Like, okay, well that's what men are for.
I'm not involved still. I'm holy.
It's all a bit. Everything is a bit, guys. Everything's a bit.
Everything is a bit. Anyways, Andre's tired of this.
It's all a bit.
But yeah.
Shut the hell. Everyone knows what the hell I'm talking about.
No.
I'm just gonna say that. You're not. You're telling me you never talked to a girl
it's crazy.
for attention? Stop it.
That's crazy,
you never talked to a girl just for attention?
For attention?
Like just because you want a little attention.
Just because you're a little bit bored?
I've talked to girls out of boredom. Hell yeah. But I never gone past that though. Like.
But that's what I mean. You just have.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just tell me I'm pretty okay. My ego's boosted. I'm done.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. I'm so mixed on that, because I feel like everyone should take that time period to like really just focus on yourself and not need 100%.
Okay,
have you ever?
What time period?
Yeah, shut the hell up. Now hold on, cause like no, hold on. Let me explain myself. There'll be times where like I would see people bounce from like relationship to relationship or dating to dating without taking that time period. I'm just saying, waste man, to freaking like to just sit back and be like, okay.
But
what am I doing right now?
some people are very codependent.
That's a thing, but is that always a good thing?
No, it's not. Never a good thing.
It's
never a good thing.
So that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes it's just a thing, though. Like you just have to accept it because
no.
I mean, you don't have to accept it.
I don't even accept that. You crazy?
But, like codependency is something that like, listen, that's something that specific person has to figure out on their own.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying though. They have to take that time instead of.
But you can't force them. They can't.
I'm not forcing anything.
No, but like you can't force them to do that. They'll do it when they're ready.
100%. I'm not forcing. Who's not forcing anyone? You
I'm
wait.
just saying.
Yo, let me just move that over a little bit.
It's empty first of all.
Yeah, I could.
But
tell.
yeah, no, like fuck off.
Oh man. Good. But yeah, no.
But yeah, some people are very codependent.
I see that. I see that. I know a lot of people that are like that, and
those people need to grow up.
Give me my fucking space.
Grow up. But everyone's different though. Some people want.
No man, if you're in your 20s and can't, rely on yourself, that's a problem.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
That's a problem. If you can't be by yourself, if you can't not be in a relationship, that's a problem.
But there's a difference between relying on yourself and being comfortable being by yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
people can be very independent, but they could also but they could also need that attention or need that intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's it's a tricky topic, but I don't know how you guys feel about it, but
yeah, I think it's important to take time for yourself. Yeah, I guess
thank you. I have one friend here, man. Shit,
grow up. You need to learn to be okay by yourself.
Grow up. That's what I'll call it. Yeah, that's what
grow
it is.
Grow the F up.
But yeah, on that note, before we end this podcast, this was really interesting. I'm glad I can bring you guys on.
Yeah, it's a great time. I love doing it.
Like I could tell it's nice. I seen your Twitter.
Oh my god. Yo, follow me on Twitter _hermaniac. Everything's a bit. Yo, everything's a joke. Yo, I've had some phone calls where like I've had like
live
tweet SNL. Like fucking I've had like tweet for tweet read out. Like that's to hilarious. Me. Like
what?
I stopped tweeting crazy when I found out like that could possibly ruin your job.
What, tweeting?
Oh, yeah, you just found that out?
What is tweeting gonna do to my fucking job?
Yeah, but I just never gave a fuck. But like tweeting, I used to tweet the most outlandish.
But what's outlandish? Like I mean, like yo, I see girls tweet every day. Like I'm trying to have
borderline
my fucking
trolling,
back crack, but like I don't tweet like that.
I can't repeat that stuff on here.
Oh really?
Because I'm a brand new person and I'm holy now.
Shut the hell
up.
Yo,
my crazy tweets are in my drafts. I have some funny ass tweets in my drafts.
But I'm holy now.
Yo, they canceled the drafts. I heard though. Like I heard they got.
Oh yeah, don't tell me that right now.
Yeah, I heard.
I have some funny.
That shit might all be gone.
That's some crazy content.
You got some ammo in there, right?
That's crazy.
I've had some people hate.
Every now and then I would like let one off.
That's crazy.
Just to like stir shit up.
Yeah, sprinkle a little.
Yeah.
Twitter's lit.
No, I used to get paged way too much. Like literally like.
Paged by who?
My man at the time, yeah.
Don't ever let your man page you about nothing.
I know, right?
Men shouldn't have opinions.
Yo, I'm just kidding. Like his friends are fucking sending him screenshots.
Can your man have a say in what you wear?
No, absolutely not. Oh my god,
Andre, wait.
Can a man? Wait.
I need Andre's
opinion. Would you ever tell
your
girl she can't wear that?
No,
I would never date a man.
But what if she's?
I just want to date her. Period. If she's.
But what does that mean?
Like,
okay, is there a limit for you? Like, you can't wear that, or no, you can't wear that, but you particularly don't like that.
I can't control my girl, but there's certain shit that I feel uncomfortable with,
like
depending on the situation.
Okay, like
if she's gonna dress skin out, going to freaking.
Why are you mad though? She's making you look good.
Oh my god.
Because personally, I feel like I'm skin out a lot. Like
I'm skin out 100% of the time.
And it's nothing against them. It's just I'm not gonna be with them. I'm not gonna say you. No, you can't do that. What do you mean? But why?
Yikes.
It's preference. I'm not gonna be the one to. I don't control
women. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna come like half naked to meet your mom.
But that's the type of thing that I'm saying. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't give a fuck.
No,
let me take that away from you. Fuck, man. Shit.
No, that's a respect thing. That's a respect thing.
And I think it all just comes down to respect and just respecting boundaries.
Yeah.
You know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I make sure I dress like.
I get triggered every time a man tries to tell me anything.
No, I don't believe in that. That's just nonsense. But I think you gotta respect a man to say, say, "Oh, I'm not gonna be with you if you're doing that." You can't
Why?
you can't in the reverse say, "No, you're not leaving." If he doesn't feel comfortable with you.
I'm not gonna say yeah, you're not leaving. I'm gonna be like, damn, like fuck.
It is what it is.
Like, you're not secure, bro.
Yikes.
It comes down. You think it's security?
Your insecurities.
Well, I mean,
You
I
think that's
always
insecurity?
how I dress. Like, if
100%.
you approach me and like
Hell
you
no,
tell
man.
like if you however you meet me,
Bitch.
yeah, we gotta finish this bottle. However you meet me is like
What?
how
Oh,
like
shit.
like that's how I'm gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, don't
yeah.
expect like, oh, now all of a
Yo,
sudden
relax.
I'm
You
gonna
dealing
change.
with it?
Go on,
Is COVID going around? You're sharing cups? That's what we're doing now?
Wow,
That's
true.
crazy.
I'm COVID free. I get tested every 2 weeks.
Yeah, she actually does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she gets tested.
Why?
quite often.
Just
Because I have
cuz?
an autoimmune.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the test?
No.
Do
I
you
heard
like
it's
the
it's
test?
crazy. Like,
It's not as bad as people think it is.
No, that's
it?
horrible.
You
I've
into
done
that
it
thing
once.
tickling your nose?
It's not as bad as people think it is.
whoa,
It's like 10
free.
seconds.
That's
Okay,
the type of
shut
time
up
we're
your
on?
nose.
It's only 9 o'clock, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's not that bad. It's fine.
It's 2 a.m. somewhere.
Crazy. Damn. But yeah, no, on that note, do you guys have any last words?
Follow me on Instagram at Inked by Harms. Follow me on my Twitter at _Harmaniac. Come get a tattoo at Beyond Ink. That's it.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. Everything is Dunia Badawi. Come get trained or work out when gym's open again. / if ever gym's open again.
Nah, they
I'm just
come on
kidding.
now.
But yeah, when gym's open again, pull up, guys.
Yeah,
Pull up.
On that note.